Hello and welcome to Ali. Thank you so much for joining. It's great to see that we already have 4 people waiting before the class started. So I'm sorry if I'm just a couple of minutes late. I'm just going to share the lesson online so more people can join us. And in this lesson, we're going to be this lesson is for beginners and elementary students. And we are going to look at your writing skills. If I speak too quickly, please let me know in the live chat. Please let me know if I speak too quickly. Okay, so the lesson has now been shared. Great.
AM, not IAE.
I said AM, no? No, I said AM. Yeah, so welcome to AM language. AM language, our YouTube live, our live YouTube videos. So we're going to be looking at developing your writing skills. Let me know how all of you are getting on and where you guys are at the moment. And most of you are probably still in Malta, but we might have a couple of people who are back in their home countries. So where are we? Let's see. With the beginners this week, if I just try to remind myself, we start with the beginners. We were looking at the present continuous. So what we will do there is we'll look to see how we can develop using the present continuous, how we can make sentences with the present continuous, and develop our structure. We can also introduce we can also look at how verbs and again nouns, looking at word development. Let's call it that, word development. So we've got word development and the present continuous and how to use it in our writing skills. Then when it comes to the to elementary, this past week, what was it that we looked at the other day? We were looking at family, if I recall. Well, people I know, and we were looking at family members. But one of the things that we can look at when it comes to developing the writing side of things, there's have to and don't have to, which we can look at as well. So we'll have a little look at that side of things. I think we can also look at maybe see if we can talk about it in the context of talking to friends as well. I think that would be a good way of doing it as well. So let's begin. So we'll start off with this, I think. We'll just start off by looking at one or two. We'll put this into a specific context, actually. Friends and what your friends are doing. Friends and what your friends are doing. And that can come into the whole idea of types of jobs as well. So let me briefly show you what I mean. Let's look at verbs and nouns to start off with, and how the verb of a profession translates to the noun as well. So for instance, I am a teacher. So the verb is to teach. You've got, don't forget, the past is taught. Teach, taught. Teach, taught. Teach, taught. And the noun is obviously teacher. So there we can see how in the present you've got to teach, in the past you've got taught, and then you have the noun, which is teacher. Let's look at design. So the verb is obviously to design. Now that means obviously if you're going to design, that's to do with creating things. The past is it's a regular verb, so that's going to be designed. And then the noun, as in the profession, is a designer. Designer. Let's look at. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so verb. You've got to clean. In the past, it's cleaned because it's a regular verb, cleaned. And then the noun is cleaner. And this is the same with dance, danced. And then you've got the noun dancer. You've got to drive, drove, and driver. Actually, we'll put that one in. So you've got verb, you've got a to drive. The past is drove. The past simple is drove, and then the verb, then the noun is driver. Let's go with manage. So now this is a broad context, this one. So in the verb is to manage. You've got the past, which is managed, and then you've got the noun manager. Now a manager, by the way, is a boss of someone. So you can be that's why you've got different levels of management. You've got lower management, middle management, upper management. I should put that in actually. Nouns. Okay, you've got lower management, middle management, and then you have upper management. That doesn't matter what profession you are in. You will have some kind of manager. Now, some let's say we'll do one more. We'll do with something to do with sport. Let's go with okay, the verb. In this case, we're going to think about if it's like a footballer. So you got to play a sport. The past is played. And then the noun is player. And that's how you end up with something like you've got a footballer, and that he's a player on a pitch. He's a football player. Okay, so you've got a footballer, and then you have a football player. So it's of the idea of a player. Now, some exceptions that we need to look at. Let's look at if you are a pilot. Okay, so you fly a plane. You might say, well, aren't you a flyer? Okay, but it's not the name of the profession. So the verb is to fly. You've then got the past, which is flew, and the profession, okay, I'm going to say the job title here. Let's change this to the job title is a pilot. If we look at a doctor, for example, so now you've got lots let's go with the type of doctor. Let's say you are a surgeon, okay? To operate, if you're a doctor, you operate on someone. The past is operated, and then the job title would be surgeon. So this is a doctor who can operate. Let's do one more. The verb, we'll go with a soldier. So the verb is to, let's say, okay, fight. Past is fought. The fight, fought, and the job title is soldier. Soldier. So we can see that some professions, some jobs, we've got some job titles. You've got like pilot, doctor, soldier. They don't. We have to use a different verb for their profession, for their job title. So this is useful to know. Let's say, is there any more I can think of? I think that's for that. That would be good for now. If you want to tell me, if you want to know the verbs that go with your job or the job that goes with your verbs, please let me know. Please let me know. Okay, so we have now our construction of how we go about with jobs and the types of verbs as well. Let's look now at let's look at the types of constructions that we're going to look at. So we'll just have a little look at the past. We'll look at the present simple, past simple, and how this comes in to the present continuous, and then how we actually develop this in terms of writing skills. I think that is the best way to look at it. So we'll build up to the present continuous, and in the process, we will look at how we can build our sentences and how we can then write. So let's start off with teacher, okay, because that would be quite an easy one to look at. So, for instance, in the present simple, we would say, okay, present simple with the verb to teach. I need to, let's say, I need to teach the students about. I need to teach the students about travel in. Yes, I need to teach students about travel. Okay, so that's a present simple sentence. If it's the past simple, I could say, now we'll look at it in two different ways with need. I needed to teach students about travel. However, I can also write past simple. If I've given the lesson, I can say, I taught students about travel. The question might be, what did you teach? What did you teach today? I taught history. I taught I taught maths. I taught English. So that's the past. Now, if this is the present continuous, the question might be, what are you doing? And the answer would be, I am teaching. I am teaching English. I am teaching my students about the Romans. So that is how we can build up our individual sentences. Present simple, past simple, present continuous. Now, how does this all come together in a conversation with friends? So for this, we'll now just have a little look at the type of friends you might have and the type of language you can use when talking to friends. We'll start off by looking how we can use this when talking to your friends with on WhatsApp, for example. LVS.com. Hi, Richard. Traveled, noun, traveler. Excellent. Yes, LVS.com. That is correct. You are 100% correct. What I would just say is that your spelling of travel is US English. UK English spelling of travel is you've got travel, traveled, and the noun is traveler. You've also got a few others to do with travel, actually, like explore. So you've got, for instance, to explore. You've got in the past explored, and the noun is explore, explorer. There's a program called for children, Dora the Explorer. Actually, explorer, explore, ick. Don't forget, by the way, the sound of X in sound of EX in explore is an ick sound. Okay, so it's explore. The stress is on the second. Just to let you guys know, an explorer is someone who likes to explore things, and what we mean is someone who likes to look, discover, find. Indiana Jones is an explorer, for example. Indiana Jones is an explorer. If you are an astronaut and you go to Mars, you explore Mars. So explore is the verb we use when you are looking to discover, to find things. So yes, that we would say an explorer, and that happens quite a lot. So LVS.com, well done. That's you are correct there. So how does this come together in a conversation, a written conversation, maybe with friends, for example? Well, it starts off with questions, which then leads on to answers. So let's now look at the question side of things. So, and type of friends. Actually, I should say we've got different types of friends. We've got close friends. These are friends that you are close to. It doesn't mean they're old friends, but you are very close to them. You get on very well. Okay. Close friends are friends you get on very well with. Now we've got this get on. It means if you get on very well with, it means you and the other person are good friends, actually. So close friends means you are good friends. Then you have old friends. So friends you knew in the past and are still friends with today as well. So, for instance, I have a close friend who's also an old friend because I went to school with them, for example. So, the friends who are school friends, you've got school friends actually, yeah. The school friends will be old friends as well. You got school friends, university friends. So once university, you've got university friends. We can also use mates as well. Friends and mates are the same thing. You got, and then you obviously have work friends as well. So those are the different types of friends. You also now can have online friends. So these are friends that you just know online. You don't really see them in person. Irina, thank you very much for your contribution. Club friends. Club friends. Yeah, there is going to be some kind of club friends, but what do you mean by club? Do you mean a club where you go to dance? Or do you mean a club like a golf club sort of thing? Irina, if you could just tell me what type of club you are talking about, and then I could give you my answer to your question. Maria, friends, all of the life friends. Maria, Maria, to answer your question, you are talking about life friends. You can also have childhood friends, by the way. These are friends that you didn't go to school with, but you've known them since they were children. So you've got childhood friends as well. So Irina, football or dance? Yes. Okay. So um, instead of using the word club, if it's a type of sport, go with the name of the sport. So you can say like he's a or she's a uh, footballing friend. He or she is a gaming friend, um, a golfing friend. If it's a cooking club, then it's like a cooking friend, a baking friend. So yes, you can use that terminology, but go with the name rather than just the club. Don't bother going with the club. I would say just go with the sport, for example, or the activity. Now, if it's to do with dance, then it's like a dancing friend. It could be a dancing partner if it's dance like partner, dancing friend, dancing partner. Um, if it's socializing and you're just going out and you always go out together, then you could say a clubbing friend. I would say that is something, or clubbing mates. Maria, job friends or work friends? Work friends is the answer there, Maria. You'd go with work friends. I should also, at this point, introduce slight differences between people you know and people who are friends. So, when you work with people, the professional term, okay, the professional word you use for people with whom you work are called colleagues. So, for instance, you can say she is both a colleague and a friend. So let's say your manager. Your manager is a colleague. Your manager is a work colleague, for example. So they are someone with whom you work, but they can also be a friend. So you can say, for instance, Lisa is both a colleague and a friend. Um, John is both a colleague and a friend. Tom is a work colleague. Maria, Richard always, when I say friends, is the only form of friend is good too. Maria, do you mean are there other words for friends? Are there other words we can use for friends? Is that your question? Um, I'm trying to think if I've understood your question correctly. Oh, friends, or can I say friend? Well, that depends how many friends. If you're just talking about one friend, so one friend, if it's one, then it has to be friend. If you're talking about more than one, so two or more, then you have to use friends. That's to do with the plural. So, for instance, imagine the question in the present continuous: What are you doing tonight? And the answer can be, I am meeting a friend. Now, that would mean you are meeting one friend. But if you say, I am meeting some friends, then you are saying, I am meeting more than one friend. So that is what we're looking at here. Now, on the subject of friends, you've got different names you can use with friends as well. You've got friend, mate. You've also got buddy. You've got pal. You've got different words you can use for friends, and it depends on your type of relationship. In the UK, we usually go with mate a lot. Friend, or I'm meeting a couple of mates. I'm meeting a couple of friends. Yeah, you can do something like that. That's the language we would normally use, and that's how the conversation would go as well. What are you doing tonight? I'm meeting a friend. Now, what if you want to find out what the person is now doing? So you're meeting an old friend. Well, you can say, "What are you doing these days?" Now, these days, as a these days, means you've got these days or nowadays, for example, and it just means what are you doing at the present. Okay, and we often use do to mean job or your work. So if you're asked, what do you do? This is the same question as what is your job or what is your work? So in the present continuous, what are you doing these days? It's the same question as saying, um, what what are you doing for work? Or what is your job really? So if someone asks you, what do you do? You can say, I am a teacher. What is your job? I am a teacher. What is your work? I'm a teacher and I teach people history, for example. What are you doing these days? Your answer these days, I am working as a banker. I am working. I am working as. I am working as a. Let's see. Can I think as a dentist? It's important when you say the name of the profession, you do need an article. You need a doctor, a dentist, a soldier, a pilot, a teacher, when you introduce your job. I am working as a sales. Yeah, I'm working as a sales as a sales manager. I am working as a marketing um, assistant. So we always need that article before the job, and the verb that you're going to use is working. Remember, job is just a noun; it's not a verb, and work can be both a noun and a verb. It's important to remember that, actually. Um, Actually, on the subject of work, let's just look at this word so we can use it properly. So, as a verb, you've got to work, and obviously in the past, difficult pronunciation. It's not worked; it's worked. Okay, so it's got a T. It's got a K T sound. It's a bit like asked. Worked, 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 kt, 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 worked, 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 worked. Okay, now the noun. Can I just say I'm a teacher? Yes, you can. Irina, you can definitely say I'm just a teacher, and I would encourage you to say that. I mean, you can say I'm working as a teacher in the present continuous as well, but that would be your profession, a teacher. Now, the noun of work is worker. Now, when do you use worker? This would be when you're describing someone by saying she is a hard worker. She is a good worker. She's a good worker. He's a good worker. We're using it it is a noun, but we're going to put an adjective before to describe that they work hard, really. So that's how we would use a worker. Right. Okay, so we're looking at that at the moment. So what we're going to do here is let's see if we can let's see how we can build this up into a conversation. But I want to try and see if you guys can actually try to do it rather than me. I think the way we can do this is I just need you guys to say yes for me. So I'm just going to look through the live chat. We've got Arena, we've got Maria, and we have LVS.com as well. So we have a few people who have tried to have who have contributed to the live chat section. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity. What I would like you guys to do is let's start off with the question form, and then we'll look at the answer form. We're going to see if we can develop this conversation together. So, Irina, Maria, and LVS.com, and anyone else who wants to join. Let's have a go. It's time for you guys to produce the language. So we are all going to have a conversation together, and we're going to try and find out. Excellent, Irina. I'm glad you're ready. We're going to try and find out what all of us do, and it's also going to be opportunity for you guys to tell the other people in the live chat a little bit about yourself in terms of what you do. Now, you might, just in case you might not know what the answer is in the present, because maybe you're a student and you're not working at the moment. Don't worry. It means that let's just don't forget this. The verb is to study. The past is studied. So the noun, it's not well, okay, studier. No, student. Let's go for student. I am a student. Okay, so if that's what you are at the moment, just leave it as student. Okay, so what I need you guys to do is this. I want you guys to ask the questions and then also answer different questions. And what you can do is, if you want a specific person, if you want a specific student to answer the question, you can do that. So for instance, Irina, you might write to Maria and ask Maria, Maria, what are you doing these days? Maria might reply by saying, I'm learning English in Malta, but I'm also working online, for example. So we're going to have a go at trying to have a conversation a little bit like what you would have on WhatsApp. So let's have a go at doing this. And what I'll do is I'll just want to see the type of questions you use and the type of answers you use. And one of the things that you can then try to develop this into is also talking about what you are doing at the moment. Maybe you want to try and relate it to the current situation. So you're working from home. What are you using? I'm using Zoom. I'm using Skype. I'm using WhatsApp to contact home. So I might jump in with some extra questions as well. So, Irina, I'm going to ask you to start the conversation, and then Maria, if you want to continue the conversation, and then at some point, I want you then to ask Irina a question, and we'll see how the conversation develops. Okay? So, Irina, when you are ready, you can go with your first question. Hi, Maria. What are you doing this day? Okay, right. Let's see what Maria responds with. I'm just going to say, if it's today, then it's just today. If it's days, these days. This day, although there are times when we can use it, it doesn't. We're not going to use this day in with asking what are you doing this day. What are you doing today, or what are you doing these days? This day would be in a different situation. But it's a good question. Thank you very much, Irina. Hi, Maria. What are you doing these days? Okay, Maria. Let's see what your answer is. While we wait for Maria, what I would say is about these days. I think what is difficult to do is not getting bored. I think some people. Hello, Irina. I'm learning. Good. I'm learning my lesson English online, but today I woke up very. Ooh, Maria. So that's a really good answer. I really like what you're going for. In terms of the language structure of the present continuous, well done. You got that right. I'm just going to. I'm just going to make two changes to your sentence. Hello, Irina. I'm learning. Now, here you've got learning. You don't need my lesson, English online. You can just say, hi, hello, Irina. I'm learning English online. I'm learning English online. You don't need my lesson. That's extra. We don't need that. So I'm learning English online, but today I woke up very. Now here you're going for the adjective, and the the adjective you want in this case chilled. You want ed on the end. You want chilled. I woke up very chilled. Okay. You've continued to say, I don't have any plans. Maybe during the day I will be watching Casa de Papel. Okay. I'm going to say maybe instead of during the day, um, I'm going to suggest maybe later in the day I will be watching. The reason being is that because this is into the future, we're going to use the term later in the day I will be, rather than during the day I will be. Now, during the day I'll be watching. You know what? When I think about it, you're not wrong. You can use during the day with the present, with the future continuous. You can do it. I mean, I would probably say later in the day for me, because I think it's probably a little bit more specific, because this is an action that's going to happen later in the day. Having said that, you can use during the day, I will be doing something. You can do that. So you're not wrong in that. Irina then goes on to say, excellent. I'm studying this morning too. And I plan to study. Really good sentence, Irina. I like what you're going for here. Again, you've used the present continuous accurately. And I plan to study, again, instead of back, this one, definitely later. I'll be studying later at 2 o'clock. I'll be studying later at 2 o'clock. Okay, really good stuff. I really like where this is going. I'm now going to come in with my own question, and I'd like to see what both of your answers are. If anyone else would like to join, maybe LVS.com, you might want to join. Feel free to join us with a question as well, LVS.com. We've got 7 people watching at the moment, so if anyone else wants to join the conversation, please do with your own questions in terms of what you guys are doing. You can ask me a question as well. Elvia's gone. Hello, Maria. I like money heist too. Yes, Richard. In the morning, I will see you again. Oh, in the afternoon, I'll see you again. Okay. I love the series. Are you watching the 3rd season already? Excellent. Really good question, actually. Are you watching the 3rd season already? Really good, Irina. That's a present continuous. Perfect. LVS.com. With time, we'll start season 4. With time. Ooh, LVS.com. I really like what you're trying there. With time. That's a really good phrase. What I would say is, don't forget I. With time, I will. Or in time, you've got with time and in time, I will start season 4. Oh, what time? Oh, you meant what time? Okay, well that's another thing. What time will you start season 4? Okay, wow. I don't know about the continuation. Yeah, Money Heist or Casal de Papel is a good series. I think the characters are well done, well chosen. I think the acting is good. Okay, so here I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'll see what you guys end up doing, how you answer. What are you guys doing for exercise? Yes, I'm watching season 4, but in the second. Oh, when it comes to episode, by the way, you're always on. So on season 4, on episode 2, on series 3, on. Preposition is on. I'm on series 3. I'm on season 4. I'm on episode 2. Series and season, it's the same thing. Okay, guys, really well done there. I thought that was good. What about let's I'm pretty pleased with how you guys are creating the present continuous. I am interested to see what you guys would do with the past. LVScom, lovely. I'm going to watch it. I was waiting for 1 year. Oh, right. Yes, you do end up having to wait for you do end up having to wait for the next season to come out. I'm currently waiting for the next season of that. I don't know if it is still going to come out. It should come out this month, hopefully on Netflix. It's a TV series called Lucifer. It's really good. Maria, I was doing during the week, maybe in the afternoon, ended lesson online. I can do it. Is Maria, is this your answer to exercise? Can you just let me know? Is this your answer to the question on exercise? Just let me know if that was your answer for the exercise question. I was doing during the week, maybe in the afternoon, ended online lesson. I can do it. I'm guessing it might have something to do with the question to do with exercise. In which case, we can have a little look at both the present continuous and the past continuous with this sentence. Exercise, workout. Okay, thank you, Maria. Okay, so what we have here is this is to talk about the past week, I suppose. So you can say, now this is how you can say you can give your answer with the past continuous, but we can use a time maker. So this past week I was doing exercise. Don't forget. I was doing exercise. Don't forget your subject here. Your object of your sentence. I was doing exercise in the afternoons. What have I written here? This past week, I was doing exercise in the afternoons. This past week, I was doing exercise in the afternoons after after my online lesson. So that is what your answer would be. This past week, that's your time marker. That's what tells you, everything. The context of time. I was doing exercise in the afternoon after my online lesson. So that would be a good sentence. LVScom, Richard, do you think that Malta needed lockdown to control the virus? Oh, okay. Now, here, if you could needed to lock down, or needed to lock down to control the coronavirus. Looking at other countries, yes. I mean, Malta is a very, very small place. If something like a virus, if to think what would happen to Malta if Malta was hit like Italy, that would be really bad. I don't think Malta would be able to manage. The island is very small. There are 450,000 people on the island. I don't think the medical services in Malta would be able to manage. So yes, I think lockdown was needed. Leon says, "Hi everyone. In my case, I watch videos to exercise." All right, so you watch videos. Wait, do you watch videos and do exercise at the same time? Or do you watch videos of something to do with exercise and then you exercise? Could you just tell me the order? Do you watch and do exercise at the same time? Or do you watch a video to do with exercise and then after the video you exercise? Irena says, last week I watched your lessons on YouTube. I watched the lessons for my level lower and higher, so that I could train. Oh, thank you very much, Irena. That's very kind of you. Always put the adjective before the noun. Lower level. If it was Spanish, that would be fine. Level lower. But in this case, lower level, higher level. Okay. But thank you very much, Arena, for watching. And thank you for contributing as well. Thank you for taking part in the live chat. It's always a little bit more difficult in the actual class. Yes, I watch and do exercise. Okay, well, in which case I can introduce you to a word that we can use to link when two actions happen at the same time. Okay, so what you want is while. It is your linker, and we use it when we are talking about two actions that happen at the same time. So what if I go back, in my case I watch videos to exercise. Okay, I mean your sentence is good, Leon. Hi, in my case I watch videos to exercise, but you can say I watch exercise watch exercise videos while working out or while exercising. So, for instance, again, this could be if you're talking about videos for series, for example, you could say, "I like to eat while watching um, while watching um, Netflix," for example. I should add, okay, when you use this linker, Netflix, when you use while, you use you've got your verb plus while plus verb ing. So can you guys just let me know what you guys like to do while doing something? So what do you guys like to do while watching Money Heist, for example? Or what do you guys like to do while exercising? What do you guys like to do while learning, while watching, while studying? So you've got your verb while, and then verb, and then you need your ing. So let me know what you guys like to do. I'll ask it in the question actually. What do you guys like to do while watching a TV series? We'll start off with that question. I mean, when I'm watching, um, uh, TV series, I like to have a cup of tea. I like to while watching. So I could say, I like to have a cup of tea while watching Money Heist, for example, or I like to have whiskey while watching Money Heist. My mum has an interesting way of watching TV programs because she likes to watch historical dramas. So when she's watching, as she watches Netflix series, for example, she'll be looking at her iPad while watching the TV series to see if the historical events in the historical drama are accurate. Maria, I'm listening music while walking. Okay, nearly there, Maria. I like your sentence. Just remember, I'm listening to music. To music. I listen to music. I'm listening to music. To music. Okay, you need that preposition. LVS.com. I like to text with my friends while watching Netflix. LVS.com, excellent sentence, well done. Leon, for me, is the best watch Netflix while eating sandwich with Coca-Cola. For me, oh, close. Okay, Leon, what you're trying to say there is, for me, the best thing, um, the best thing, uh, the best thing when, best thing, best thing to do while watching Netflix is to eat a sandwich. Bit of a complicated one. So well done, Leon. I like what you're going for. I can understand what you were trying to say. The sentence there is a little bit more complicated than probably what we're going for at the moment. But just so you know, in the future, this is what you can write. For me, the best thing to do while watching Netflix is to eat a sandwich. You'd have to change the order a little bit. Maria, I'm dancing, Linka drinking. I'm dancing, Linka drinking. I'm dancing, Linka drinker. I'm going to be honest, Maria. I don't fully understand Linka. Oh, I'm dancing while drinking. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. I'm dancing while drinking. If you say I'm dancing while drinking, that makes sense. Irina, what do you prefer to do while you... really good. Well done, Irina. I like what you've done here. You've put the pronoun. So because you put the pronoun, you can't go on to make the verb ing. But here you just you don't need to put cook in. You can just while you're cooking. Okay, Irina, to answer you. Okay, what do you prefer to do while cooking? Okay, that would be a good question. What do you prefer to do while cooking? Okay, that's what you were going for, I think. Because yeah. What do you prefer to do while cooking? You don't need to put you twice. You've already got you, so you don't need you before and after while. You can just leave it. Just leave the you before. Leon, okay, very good. Maria, I watch TV from Peru while cooking. Wow, what a good sentence, Maria. That is a very good sentence. Well done. You've put it into the past as well. Irina, thanks. Linka, while, yes, while. That is the correct linker that we're looking at here, Irina. I think that is to answer your previous Maria's previous linker. Yes, that's the answer, Maria, I think. I watch programs saved from Peru while cooked is correct. I watched programs saved from Peru while cooked. No, that's not going to be correct. I don't know what you mean by saved from. Do you mean about? For instance, you could say, I watched programs on Peru while cooking. I watched programs on Peru while cooking. You could say that. That would be correct. Okay, guys, thank you so much. So this completes our first lesson of the day, beginner and elementary. All of you have done very, very well. And a special shout out to all the students who have taken part in the live chat. So Maria, thank you very much. Irina, Maria, Leon, LVScom, and anyone else that I might have missed. Thank you so much for participating in the lesson in the live chat. It's really good. Isabella, thank you. Richard, Isabella, thank you very much for watching. I hope this was of use and you were able to follow. Yes, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your kind words in the live chat session. So I will be back later today at 2 o'clock, and in the 2 o'clock session, we're going to be this is going to be a pre-intermediate and intermediate lesson. We will be looking at developing writing skills using the passive voice as well as the past perfect as well. So I will see some of you guys later today. Thank you so much. Please like and share the video. Leave comments in the comment section if you have any questions. And I will see you guys later today. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Thank you very much, Arena. That's a nice, thank you very much for your comments. LVS Com, Maria, Isabella, Leon, thank you very much.